Hello, and welcome back to the Compassionate Curiosity Podcast, a space where we explore the messy, beautiful, challenging project of being human. I'm your host, Rachel, and for over a decade, I've supported thousands of women on their well-being journeys as a family nurse practitioner, Peace Corps health educator, wellness coach, and yin yoga and meditation teacher. And I help women break free from the exhausting cycle of never feeling good enough in their bodies without having to lose weight or fix themselves, so they don't waste another year feeling depleted, disconnected, and drained from the pressure to look a certain way. And here in this space, we dive into the stories we carry about food, movement, our bodies, stress, and self worth, sharing tools, reflections, and lived experience to help you soften the pressure, reconnect with your body, and create more space in your life to breathe, rest, and just be. All guided by curiosity and grounded in compassion. And if you're not already following the show, take a quick second here to hit follow so you never miss a new episode. And I'm so glad to have you here with me today. For those of you that celebrate Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving to you. And if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, I'm sending you my warmth and love all the same. So I want to start by naming this. Holidays can be hard. They can hold such a mix of emotions. For some of us, there's excitement. For some of us, there's grief or loneliness. For others, it's sensory overwhelm. It's challenging family dynamics. It's old stories, old wounds. It's feeling like you're supposed to be on when what you really feel is exhausted, alone, off. And sometimes it's a mix of all of those things at some point along the way. And so before we go any further, I want to invite you to just take a breath with me here. To let yourself be exactly as you are right now. And let this space be whatever you need it to be today. Maybe you need it to be a moment to release what you're carrying, to release any pressure to feel a certain way today, even the pressure to feel grateful. Maybe you need it to be a moment to be honest with yourself about what you're really feeling or going through. Maybe it's a moment to just soften into your own presence and give yourself permission to just be here without doing anything. Whatever it is welcome here, and you are welcome here. And in the spirit of this day, I want to explore a deeper side of gratitude with you, a side we don't talk about as much. Not the gratitude that comes from comparison or obligation, but the kind that grows from presence, authenticity, and being willing to let yourself be seen. Research shows that when gratitude is rooted in comparison, like the I should be grateful because others have less kind of thing, it actually undermines the deeper benefits of gratitude and distances us from our own emotional experience. On the other hand, researchers like Robert Emmons and Philip Watkins have found that gratitude is most powerful when it's connected to meaning, awareness, and internal experience, not when it's forced or positioned against someone else's struggle. So that is where we're headed today, into the kind of gratitude that rises up when you allow yourself to take up space, when you stand in your truth, when you let yourself exist fully and be seen and be human. The gratitude that's relational, the gratitude that's embodied, the gratitude that comes to life when we're present with ourselves. And so before we dive deeper into that, I want to invite you to take a moment with me here to just pause, to settle into your body, just arrive here. And so if you're safe and able to, I invite you to make yourself comfortable and gently close your eyes. And let's start by taking a deep breath in through your nose And letting out a long, slow breath through your nose. And do this 2 more times at your own pace, seeing if you can follow the breath as it moves through you, just noticing what's going on in your body as you follow it. And then just let your breath settle into its natural rhythm. No forcing, no need to change it, just allowing it as it is, allowing yourself as you are, right here, right now. And now shift your attention to your heart space, to your chest area, and see what you notice there. Maybe you notice your chest rising and falling as you breathe in and out. Maybe there's an openness, an expansiveness. Maybe there's a heaviness, a contraction, a sadness that lives there. See if you can just notice it, welcome it, and leave it as it is. And let's take one more deep breath in through the nose. And let out a long, slow breath through your nose. And when you're ready, gently opening your eyes and coming back to this space. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's start here with this idea of being seen. Being seen isn't just about someone else noticing you, which I think is where many of us may jump to right away. But being seen isn't about being praised or validated or understood perfectly, although those things can feel supportive. Being seen, truly seen, is something deeper. It begins with allowing the truth of who you are to exist, allowing your feelings to exist, allowing your needs, your voice, your presence to not only take up space in the room, but to take up space in yourself. It is you seeing you. One way to think about this comes from Carl Rogers. He talked about how every human being needs to feel accepted as they are, not fixed, not corrected, not made to be someone else, just met as themselves with warmth and understanding. And what he taught wasn't just about how others treat us. It's about how we learn to meet ourselves. When we allow ourselves to be who we are in a given moment, when we let our emotions exist without rushing in with judgment or critique, our bodies soften. Our nervous system finally gets a moment of relief. Our whole system shifts out of defense and into presence. Self-compassion researcher Kristen Neff talks about this too. So when we are gentle with our own inner world, when we treat ourselves with gentleness instead of self-criticism, our bodies register safety again. We stop bracing. We stop fighting ourselves. We make room to just be human. That actually creates a sense of safety inside of us. And when we feel safer in our own bodies, we can show up more fully on the outside. And here's why this connects to gratitude. You cannot feel true gratitude while rejecting parts of yourself. You cannot feel true gratitude while hiding. You cannot feel true gratitude if you're shrinking yourself to fit the room you're in. Gratitude grows where authenticity lives. It grows where presence lives. It grows where you let yourself be seen by others, yes, but also by you. So many of us have learned to disappear, to stay small, to shrink, to keep our needs quiet, to blend in, to be low maintenance, to not take up too much emotional space in family systems, in friendships, relationships, or even around the Thanksgiving table. And for women especially, this is conditioned early. We're socialized to be agreeable, accommodating, self-silencing, to smooth things over, and to prioritize harmony over authenticity. But here's the thing. You cannot embody gratitude while you're erasing yourself. You are worthy of a version of gratitude that doesn't require you to disappear. Gratitude expands when you let yourself fully exist in your own life. And so being seen is actually one of the deepest practices of gratitude, because it says, I am allowed to exist. I am allowed to be here. My feelings are real. My voice matters. My needs matter. I matter. That is gratitude in its purest form. Not a list, not a comparison, not a performance, but presence. And being seen, taking up space, doesn't have to be big or dramatic. To me, it often happens in the small, ordinary moments where you stop abandoning yourself. So here are a few ways that can look in real life. Letting your emotions exist without rushing them, judging them, or hiding them. So for example, letting joy be joy. So this could look like laughing fully when something genuinely delights your soul. It could be allowing yourself to take up space with your smile, your enthusiasm, your light. Letting ache be ache. This could be sitting at a Thanksgiving table with a tight chest, a lump in your throat, or heaviness you can't quite name, and giving yourself permission to feel that instead of forcing, I should be grateful right now. It could be taking a small pause in another room, letting tears flow out, or just acknowledging this hurts and that's okay. Letting excitement be excitement. This could be sharing something you're looking forward to without downplaying it. It could be not apologizing for being passionate about something no one else seems to care about. It could be letting yourself be moved, energized, hopeful, even if no one else understands why it matters to you. Letting your needs matter. This could be saying, actually, I need a few minutes when your body or heart feels overwhelmed. It could be eating at the time your body needs nourishment, not just when everyone else is ready. It could be using your voice, even gently, to honor your limits, your pace, your truth. These are the everyday moments where being seen becomes raw and real, where it moves from a concept to lived experience, where you stop shrinking yourself, where you let all parts of you have space, and where gratitude can actually grow because you're no longer disappearing inside your own life. This is being seen. This is taking up space. This is honoring your internal world. When you allow yourself to be seen, when you show up as you are without all the layers of perfection or emotional hiding, your nervous system actually loosens its grip. It stops bracing and it softens. And in that softening, there's finally space for you to feel your own aliveness. That is the soil where gratitude grows. Not from comparison, not from pressure, not from the I should be grateful, but from the I am present with myself so I can feel what's here. And this is why taking up space matters. When you take up space, you are practicing gratitude for your own existence. It's you saying, my presence is worthy. My voice belongs here. My needs matter. I am allowed to exist fully. I belong here. My presence matters. Taking up space is not arrogance. It's not selfishness. It's not being too much. It is a thank you. A thank you to your body for carrying you. A thank you to your voice for speaking. A thank you to the parts of you that have survived so much just to be here. And that's why taking up space is one of the most powerful forms of embodied gratitude, especially on a day where so many people feel the pressure to be on, to perform, to smile, to be agreeable, to hide the hard parts. And this isn't about taking space from anyone else either. It's about taking your rightful space in your own life. Because again, gratitude cannot root itself in someone who is disappearing inside themselves. Gratitude expands when you do. Gratitude deepens when you do. Gratitude becomes more honest, more grounded, more alive when you do. So, if you're wondering, okay, how do I actually start letting myself be seen? I want to offer you a simple, gentle practice that you can do at any point today, whether it's in the middle of a busy kitchen, in your car before you walk in somewhere, or alone in your bedroom tonight. This isn't about sharing something vulnerable you're not ready to share. It is about honoring what's true inside of you and letting it have room. So the practice is the one honest thing check-in. And so what you're going to do for this is take a moment and place a hand on your heart or your belly if that feels supportive, and ask yourself, what is one honest thing I'm feeling right now? Just one thing. Maybe it's, I feel tired. I feel grateful. I feel overwhelmed. I feel triggered. I feel hopeful. I feel nothing, and I'm not sure why. There's no right or wrong answer here. We're just building awareness and naming what we're experiencing. And once you name it, let it be here. No fixing, no judging, no performing gratitude, just witnessing. And then ask, what is one small way I can honor this feeling today? Maybe that looks like taking a breath before responding to someone who stirs up a lot inside of you. Maybe it's letting yourself step outside for a moment of quiet. Maybe it's allowing your smile to be big if you're genuinely happy. Maybe it's letting a tear fall if it's there. Maybe it's skipping a conversation you don't have the capacity for. Maybe it's eating when your body tells you it needs nourishment. Maybe it's saying, I need a second, or I'm not up for that, or actually, this is important to me. It doesn't have to be big or loud. It doesn't have to be seen by anyone else. You seeing you is enough. This practice, this small moment of honesty, is one of the most powerful ways to let yourself be seen. And it's also one of the most powerful ways to create the conditions for true, beautiful gratitude, growing in the places where we show up as we are. And so today, whether you're celebrating Thanksgiving or navigating a completely ordinary Thursday, I want you to remember this. You don't have to earn your gratitude. You don't have to compare yourself to anyone to feel thankful. You don't have to disappear to be worthy of space. Gratitude isn't a performance. Performance says, I'm fine. Today's great. I'm grateful, see? I shouldn't feel this way. Let me hold it together so no one is uncomfortable. No. Gratitude is presence. And presence says, this is what's here in me. There's gratitude and ache. I can let myself exist honestly. I'm not shrinking who I am to meet the moment. And this kind of presence begins with letting yourself be seen in your own being and in your own life. It's something that grows in the moments that you choose to stay connected to yourself, not in the moments you force yourself into feeling a certain way. So today, as you move through whatever this holiday brings, connection, chaos, discomfort, warmth, or all of it at once, my invitation is simple. Let one part of you matter. Let one truth inside you have a little. Let yourself belong to this moment in whatever way. If your heart feels full, let it be full. Let it ache. If you need, your slowness. If you feel joy, shine without apology. When you do that, notice how your body softens when you stop abandoning what's real. Notice how gratitude becomes less of a task or pressure and more of an opening inside of you. And so I want to thank you for being here with me today, for showing up for yourself in this way. And I wish you a beautiful, beautiful Thanksgiving, or just Thursday, the 27th of November. And if this episode resonated with you or supported you, I'd love to hear what came up for you. And I'd also invite you to share this with someone who might need this message today too. And I also want to invite you, as always, to join us in the Compassionate Curiosity community, my free email space where I share reflections, grounding tools, and gentle reminders to help you stay connected to your body, your truth, and your own pace. And I will link below in the show notes as to how to do that. And until next time, my dear, may you know that you are not alone. I am here with you. May you be guided by curiosity and grounded in compassion, sending you love, light, and gratitude today and always.